reason why buildings are burning is because this city, this state, would prefer preserving that white nationalism and that white supremacist mindset over arresting, charging, and helping to convict 4 officers who killed a black man. That is the reality of what we're dealing with. This is not just a few cops doing things across the country. This is not a good cop versus bad cop situation. This is Ahmaud Arbery being shot down by white men on the streets of Georgia. Breonna Taylor being killed in her home. This is in New York City, where we were until freedom. We were just in New York fighting the police officers who, in the name of social distancing, were damn near killing black young people on our streets. This is a coordinated activity happening across this nation. And so we are in a state of emergency. Black people are dying in a state of emergency. We cannot look at this as an isolated incident. The reason why buildings are burning are not just for our brother George Floyd. They're burning down because people here in Minnesota are saying to people in New York, to people in California, to people in Memphis, to people all across this nation, enough is enough. And we are not responsible for the mental illness that has been inflicted upon our people by the American government, institutions, and those people who are in positions of power. I don't give a damn if they burn down Target, because Target should be on the streets with us, calling for the justice that our people deserve.
Talk about it, Tamika.
Where was AutoZone at the time when Philando Castile was shot in a car, which is what they actually represent? Where were they? So if you are not coming to the people's defense, then don't challenge us when young people and other people who are frustrated and instigated by the people you pay. You are paying instigators to be among our people out there throwing rocks, breaking windows, and burning down buildings. And so young people are responding to that. They are enraged, and there's an easy way to stop it. Arrest the cops. Charge the cops. Charge all the cops. Not just some of them, not just here in Minneapolis. Charge them in every city across America where our people are being murdered. Charge them everywhere. That's the bottom line. Charge the cops. Do your job. Do what you say this country is supposed to be about, the land of the free for all. It has not been free for black people, and we are tired. Don't talk to us about looting. Y'all are the looters. America has looted black people. America looted the Native Americans when they first came here. So looting is what you do. We learned it from you. We learned violence from you. We learned violence from you. The violence was what we learned from you. So if you want us to do better, then damn it, you do better.
Come on. We gotta let that settle. Yes. Ooh, thank you. Power. So we're going to bring up our next speaker, who, as Adair said, traveled here from Texas. We can't imagine what you've been going through. Losing your best friend, George Floyd, to something like this, where the nation saw him plead for his life and have to take his last breath. Nobody should have to die like that. Nobody. So next up, we have Stephen Jackson, a former NBA player, best friend of George Floyd, standing here in solidarity. Please welcome him.
Oh, man. Who said common sense was common?
Talk about it.
What happened to common sense? My brothers, I love y'all.
Love you too, bro.
My queens, I love y'all.
We love you, brother.
I'm not scared.
Say that.
That's right.
Say that.
I'm not scared. I'm hurt. I'm angry. But I ain't scared.
Yeah.
I ain't scared at all.
That's right.
To my white brothers, I love you. Every race here, I love you.
Come on.
But it comes to a point now where if you love me and you not standing on the side of me, then your love don't mean shit.
Say that. Say that. Say that. Yes.
I'm at the point now where I'm tired of being a bigger person.
That's right.
I'm tired of walking around and seeing white kids and feeling like me being having a big heart and just giving love to every race and we not getting it in return. We entertain and we doing everything for everybody else, but we the ones get shitted on.
Come on, brother.
I'm here because they're not going to demean the character of George Floyd, my twin. A lot of times when police do things that they know that's wrong, the first thing they try to do is cover it up and bring up your background to make it seem like the bullshit that they did was worthy.
Right.
When was murder ever worthy?
Never.
But if it's a black man, it's approved. You can't tell me when that man had his knee on my brother's neck, taking his life away with his hand in his pocket, that smirk on his face didn't say I'm protected.
That's right. That's what it says. That's what it says.
You can't tell me that he didn't feel that it was his duty to murder my brother and that he was fine with it, that he knew he was going to get away with it. You can't tell me that wasn't a look in his face. We've seen this so many times, and we see it right in our face and we don't get no justice.
That's right.
What happened to common sense?
That's right.
What happened to just opening your eyes? Your eyes don't work now? Videos, what is videos for? Videos don't work now, they don't mean nothing? Only when you black.
Say that.
My brother was someone who died trying to be a protector and a provider for everybody. But one thing a lot of y'all don't know, that's damn near every black man.
That's right. Talk about it.
Because where we come from, we have to learn how to protect and provide. How not? The ones that don't know how to protect and provide, the ones that ain't proud to be black, are the ones that get knocked off early. You have to be strong where we come from in order to survive, in order to be successful. It's 10 times harder. And I tell people all the time, the difference between me and my brother Floyd is I had opportunity. So many of my brothers are so talented and sitting in the ghettos and the hoods right now because they don't have opportunity.
That's right.
Big facts.
And y'all wonder why we angry. We're not just dying. It hasn't been fair to us.
That's right.
So at this point, y'all murdering my brother. Now I see y'all punching my women. We don't have a choice but to stop asking and not really demanding. It's time to start taking. It's time to start taking. And my voice is screaming farther than people know. Because I come from the dirt. I come from the mud. You dig what I'm saying? And the people behind me, they come from it too. And we here standing together. I need everybody to stand with us. If you're not with us, you're against us. And it's no more pacifying, no more straddling the fence. Either you got to play this our side or you're on the other side. There's no straddling the fence. And I'm talking to everybody, black, white, blue, green.
Come on. Come on.
It's all right, Stack. It's all right.
We need to see some charges.
Sure, Stack. You got it.
It's okay.
Imagine this. A man growing up in an area where the odds are already against him. Trying to figure it out. You know, they say experience is the best teacher. So you're going to make mistakes.
That's right.
Everybody going to make mistakes. You make some bad decisions. It happens. We all make bad decisions, right? We make bad decisions. Even being successful, I've made bad decisions, right?
Very true.
You get to a point where you make a bad decision and you end up suffering for it, going through time. Sit down, okay? You got to go through that. They say you got to rehabilitate yourself. You rehabilitate yourself. You have relationships with people where you're able to get away and try to better your life.
That's right.
Right? Because you've been in the system. All they tell you, the only way you can get out is if you rehabilitate yourself.
That's right.
And when you rehabilitate yourself, you get out and you still treated like a criminal. Right? So stay with me now. Picture that. You get an opportunity to move away from the environment that brought you down. You get away, you be successful, you get a job, your life starts turning in the right direction. You stumble a little bit again. It's not worth your life though.
Right. That's it.
You stumble a little bit again, and you end up on the ground with a knee in your neck, screaming your mama's name, screaming your kid's name,
Lord have mercy.
going to the bathroom on yourself.
Tell the story.
Imagine if he was white.
Wouldn't have happened.
Ponder that for a minute.
Right.
Imagine if he was white. It would be 30,000 more cameras in here. Let's keep it real. It's over for sugarcoating shit. Every news station would be here.
That's right.
Fuck it, the president might be here. The way he ride.
With the very fine people. Listen. Right.
We, as black men, we've seen a lot of stuff as far as murders and people being taken from us. Right?
True.
But now, not only it's been seen by us and our brothers, but it's been seen by our children now. So I'm sitting there watching this, and my daughter tells me, Dad, I can't leave you. Because I seen what happened to your friend. And I think you need me. My daughter's 6 years old.
Oh my God.
For my daughter to see that and tell me that I need her at 6, imagine what the pain and the frustration is in my mind right now. Because my daughters are seeing police punch on them and slam them to the ground. And we ain't getting no justice. And we as fathers are starting to feel hopeless. And when we feel hopeless, we retaliate. And if you're not giving us no answers, we got to come up with our own answers. And we willing to do that.
That's right.
Understand that. We willing to do that. We gonna use our platform. I'm gonna use everything I have to get a conviction, to get all these motherfuckers in jail. Excuse my French, I'm angry.
Speak your truth.
But I'm a proud black man.
Say that. Say that.
I mean that from the bottom of my soul.
Come on, Shaq.
And I can say that and tell everybody here I still love you.
That's right.
But I'm at a point now, I don't need your love. I honestly don't need it. And want me to tell you why I don't need it? Because the love I need, it's always been here. It's always been here. We just haven't came together yet.
That's good.
But I'm starting to feel it.
Come on.
Amen.
I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel it. And I thank God for everybody here. But we came for justice. We came for convictions. I definitely came because this city is definitely going to take care of my brother's kids. He has 2 beautiful daughters that he can't provide for. 2 nights ago, I'm on the phone with Roxy. Gigi don't even know. She still ain't told her daughter. So she decides to tell her why I'm on the phone. Imagine the cries from a 6-year-old girl that just found out her dad has been murdered for the world to see. Violently, for no fucking reason. 19 citations. A black man get 3 tickets, his license taken away. But you can have 19 citations as a cop and still have a job.
Three murders under your belt. 3 murders.
You got 3 bodies.
How many open cases he got to this day? But this world has common sense. Common sense ain't common. Common sense ain't common. When you see one person and you treat them like shit, that ain't common sense. That's hate. And a lot of people have it. But you know what? It's building up in us. We can't love forever.
Right.
We can't love forever. And the hate is coming out. And I'm afraid. I'm honestly afraid. Because I know what comes from hate from us. And I know why y'all so scared. Because y'all scared that we're going to pull a you on you. I know why y'all scared. Y'all been doing us wrong for so long, y'all think karma's finna hit you right back.
Chickens came home to roost.
But we're gonna do this shit right.
That's right.
And it ain't gonna stop. I don't have no more tears, honestly. I've cried enough. I've cried enough. I'm here for one reason, for my brother's honor. He was murdered in broad daylight for the world to see, and nobody's in jail. Nobody's in jail. So where we go from here? Where we go from here?
To the front line.
We going to the front line.
That's right.
And anything you see, so be it. So be it. So be it. I want you to see it, because this is real pain. How can you tell people to stop doing what they're doing when all you have to do is have common sense?
That's right.
Common sense ain't common. Common sense is not common. I'll walk right here and slap this man behind his camera. Common sense will say, we all saw him slap him. Am I right? Everybody here gonna say we saw him slap him.
Facts.
Everybody saw it.
Big facts.
So everybody didn't see this man kill my brother?
Right.
Common sense ain't common. It's a new day, man.
Brother called from Houston. They went to high school together. He asked me to send peace to the community.
Okay.
He called this morning from Houston.
Who was your...
Eugene for the road. He called this morning.
You say the groups that are standing with us up here. I don't know what that is. I'll give it I want to,
See, we here, that's why they arrested us.
so we're about to take a couple of questions. But before we do, one of the things that we want to do today is ask our governor, demand that Governor Tim Walz use his executive power and privilege to do something significant in this situation.
Yes, right.
Since he was elected, we have pushed him. We have shut down his office to demand that he hold police across the state accountable, including state troopers. And he has done absolutely nothing. So there's blood on his hands as well, and he needs to step up to the plate. So y'all see from everything you've heard from the people here, we're not playing no games, and neither are those people out in the streets. We will take some questions. Jamie, okay, so I've just been told there is one more speaker that we don't want to miss. Someone who traveled all the way here, that all of us are familiar with. Prominent actor and singer, Mr. Jamie Foxx, came to stand in solidarity for justice for George Floyd. Please welcome him.
First of all, I just want to say,
Come on all the way.
I want to say this, that I've experienced this before, able to watch the Rodney King when I was in LA, able to talk to Sabrina Trayvon Martin's mom, who I talk to still if you guys get a chance, please find Circle of Mothers where there's 100, 200 cases like this that don't get the visibility and don't get the cameras, and they're strong women. Sabrina right now, Trayvon's mom, who's running for commissioner to try to do something different. This is the toughest time when things like this happen. My man Jack, when I saw him speaking on his Instagram, I called that black man. I said, hey, whatever you need from me. I'm a young boy from, well, older now, but I'm a young cat from Texas. I'm from Terrell, Texas. He from Texas. George Houston Yates, we used to hear about how great their football team was. So we have a connection. So all I wanted to do is let you know that we're not afraid to stand. We're not afraid to stand. We're not afraid of the moment. And I think what you saw on television, to watch this man plead for his mother. As I sit with my two daughters, my nephews who had just come from the grocery store where there was a little thing, and I said, hey, you got to stop that. So what it does is it overcomplicates everything as a black man trying to tell his son or his daughter how to function in life. Even the things that we've taught them don't seem to work. And then there's this thing of contempt of cop, where it is something simple, and how does it escalate to something like what we have today? All we're trying to do is ask questions of why. Why is it when a person who walks into a church, sits down with the parishioners, prays with them, then takes out a gun and causes havoc, and you apprehend them?
Right.
A white guy. Why, when it comes to us, it seems like the brute force ends up what we're doing today. So all I wanted to do today was let you know that I'm not a celebrity. I'm from Terrell, Texas. These are my brothers.
Talk about it.
This means everything, because at the end of the day, when we see you guys out here on the front line, we want to let you know you got support. We want to let you know that anytime you need us, you can call us, we come. We're not afraid of this moment. God bless George and his family. Please wrap your arms around it. And to all of my friends who aren't black, just try to put yourself in our position. And thank you for what you're doing. That's all I want to say. We love you. We're here.
We love you too. Thank you. Thank you for not leaving us to stand alone.
I want to acknowledge the people who were responsible for helping to pull this together, all of the partners. Pillsbury United Communities, Minneapolis chapter of the NAACP, Until Freedom, Woke Vote, and the Racial Justice Network.
And Minneapolis Foundation.
And the Minneapolis Foundation.
And I want to thank Carl Anthony Towns for stepping up too and showing up.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So now we will take a couple of questions.
Okay, so 5 years ago, we were all here when Brother Jamar Clark was killed by two Minneapolis police officers. Mike Freeman chose not to take it to a grand jury and let those officers walk, and in fact let them back on the force. Now that we have one arrest, what is going to be moving forward to make sure that the culture of the Minneapolis police force is changed?
Well, one arrest is definitely not going to change the culture. That's the bottom line. We call for 4 arrests, and we want to make that clear to the media. Please do not run away with the narrative that highlights one arrest. That is nothing at the end of the day. They should have been arrested, but we want to see 4 arrests and charges for everything that they did that violated the law and the civil rights of George Floyd. Do you want to share something?
Yes, please, briefly. My name is Lee Merritt. I'm a civil rights attorney. I've been given the privilege of being able to stand as co-counsel with this family with Attorney Benjamin Crump. We made an announcement earlier today that this community is going to back and that we're going to see push forward into the future. The first, I appreciate the question. We need long-term systemic change. In one arrest and 4 arrests won't accomplish that. And so we're taking this family, the family of George Floyd, along with the family of Ahmaud Arbery, along with the family of Breonna Taylor, to the capital city. We're taking them to Capitol Hill. We're demanding specific federal legislation that changes qualified immunity, that changes police accountability standards. We're meeting with this community because we dare not dictate to them what they need to change in this community. We're putting together a task force that will systematically address not only the issues prevalent here in Minnesota, but in South Georgia and in Texas and in Chicago and all over the country, because this problem is far beyond the death of one man, but we can draw a line in the sand here.
That's right.
Black people are exhausted, and I speak on behalf of some of the greatest attorneys in the country, with Chris Stewart, with Benjamin Crump, with his partner, Mr. Miller. We're bringing our legal power here. We're bringing our activist power here. We're bringing our celebrity power here. We're bringing everything that we have.
Yeah.
We're laying it on the line. We're saying this is enough.
Exactly.
It's going to change permanently.
Any other questions?
Can you say your name one more time, sir?
Lee Merritt, Leemerritt.
And your title?
Civil rights attorney for the family of Ahmaud Arbery and co-counsel for the family of George Floyd.
Okay, so I'm seeing no more questions. I don't see any more questions. Okay, so we have been asked to let you all know that there is a rally happening across the street from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. in the plaza of the Government Center. All are welcome. Thank you all for being here.
I'm sorry, and I didn't mean to cut you off. But not Rashawn. What is his name?
What has to happen?
Oh, shit.
Thank you all for joining us.
The other guy was supposed to speak with
Who?
Royce White.
I don't know
Right
who.
here. Sorry.
Oh,
I was trying. I'm sorry.
Can you speak at the rally?
100%.
Okay.
I didn't know.
We're going to be at the front
I'm
line
sorry.
for the whole group.
What happened over there? Everything okay? Where's your stuff? I gotta get my.
You know, I would never interrupt you normally. Thanks for arranging this.
And me, I just need to change my batteries there.
Oh,
I'm
no,
sorry
I
to
saw what
interrupt,
you were
so
doing.
I apologize.
Producing, I have a program the MTV and Northwest Cape. Sometimes, isn't there things cut out I know my wife.
Follow the cable.
The name sounds
I'm going to shut this off for now.
Okay, yeah, it might just be a live picture.